This is the Aquilo Gold from Beaufort Ink. I will get the negative out the way first of all, and that's one very minor one, just the sheer amount of plastic. I believe this is their latest pen kit, so it's a Parker style refill. It's their own here. I think the cost of these are about £2.50, so obviously you can get knockoff ones dirt cheap for something like from 50p each, but I suspect the quality will be nowhere near like this one. Now the first impression on this is just, I mean, even on the nib, just the sheer quality. It's so smooth, it's unbelievable. After doing several of the cheaper pen kits on the reviews, to pick this up is such a big difference on the feel of that. That's obviously the nib. This is called the section connector, so that will push into the brass tube that way, and then you can screw your nib on there, which is how you take the nib off in order to put your refill in, and that's loaded with a spring at the bottom. Then got your brass tube, the clip, and again, unusual sort of style this, but it's really nice. But what I do like about the back, it's the detail, and it probably doesn't pick up on the camera here, but back metal flap runs down to about there. But what's been happened here is that the end piece has still been bent all the way around to follow the shape, so it means that there is so much less chance of that catching something. The twist mechanism, this certainly at the moment feels super smooth. But the good thing about these is that they just literally screw into the top there, so that is easily replaceable. All the bushings come in these little boxes. These bushings fit 3 of the pen kits, which is why I went for this one. So it also fits the Headwind, Solano, and obviously this one, the Aquilo. Price for this one at the moment, as of end of 2023, is £7.45. I've used Chamfuta, which I believe is a wood, certainly an African wood. The Aquilo is almost identical to a lot of these other kits that they do. This one uses the same clip as the Solano, so you can just decide where you want to put this. I've actually got a little bit of a void in there, so I want to cover that up and just put that on there. Now, the good thing about these is because this back is so smooth, unless you've really got a thick pen, there's no need to hold it up or put anything underneath, so it shouldn't mark the pen. Obviously, if you are worried, you can either just put a bit of paper or cardboard, thin cardboard under there, or just lift it up as you press it in. As you can see, this is a really long piece to push in, so there's no chance of that coming out. And that does require quite a bit of pressure to push that clip in. The section connector on here, slightly different to the Solano, because this has actually now got the patterned piece on it as well. Shouldn't make no difference about which way you put this in, unless you want to particularly line part of it up with your pen clip. And again, just press that in. That goes in a lot easier. Next thing is the twist mechanism, just screws in place on the top. Just screw that in nice and tight. Just screw the tip in. You can see that the nib just comes out a really nice distance, stops at where the angle is, and it shouldn't be too much difficulty to push the finial on. Obviously, if you do find it hard, then you can just press that on as well. So this is the finished Aquilo from Beaufort Ink, and I've got to say, this really looks nice. It uses the same pen clip and I think the same sort of end nib section as the Solano. The differences on here is this section band where you screw the nib onto is really nicely decorated, and really the finial on the top here. I've ordered the gold option on here. I believe they do other options as well, and I think with that black band on the top there, it just really stands out nicely, and the decoration that's around the section there is just nicely detailed as well. Using the same bushings, blank size and everything as the Solano, so it's a good area to show off really your work. The one thing I do like about this top section is, even though the clip is the same as the Solano, the rings around here, sort of like where it joins onto, are different, so they're like a couple of beads, and because you've got those beads there, if you're ever going to be slightly out on your bushings, especially if you do get a little bit of wobble and you get one side wall thickness slightly bigger than the other, it's not going to stick out a bit like you do on this end. So often you'll find that one end of your pen blank can be a little bit better than the other end, so you can at least marry up which is the best end to go on this end, and this end should be at least more hidden. And for the same price as the Solano, really well finished. The pen clip just the same as I say on the back there, no rough bits whatsoever. I can't ever see that catch or anything. Where I've done a fairly sort of flattish straight style, the clip still goes down and reaches my wood, so it's when you clip it into something, whether a shirt pocket or something, it's going to still have some bit of a hold on there. So there's a fair bit of sort of leverage in there, so you could make a more of a chunkier blank if you wanted to. Everything is going to be down to personal choice as to which you prefer. I think because of the detailing on the black there, to me, I think this looks a little bit more of an elegant pen compared to the Solano, but it's down to your own personal choice. Both, I've got to say, are extremely good pens, and for the price, literally £7.45, £7.50. There are a lot of other kits out there which will cost you even more than this, and I don't think the quality is going to be anywhere near as good. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is all part of a pen kit review series. Please do subscribe, and there should be a playlist showing all the videos. Thanks a lot for watching.